Welcome. For those of you who follow me, first of all, let me apologize for not putting up a weekend. Um, so, short story really is I had a filling fallout. It was 4 or 5 days before I got to the dentist. I thought they would give me something to take away any kind of infection that had started, but instead they just fixed it, which turned into a very sore throat, a very sore ear. Um, Immense headaches. It kind of felt like there was this rod of fire stabbing my ear at all times. So I'm sorry that I couldn't, and I ran a small fever. I'm still mending, but I am better. So thank you for your patience and understanding. So I thought we would just, talk about the energy leading up to the full moon and the full moon itself. Now, the full moon for most of us will be on the 11th of April, but there are a couple of us out there that will experience it on the 10th, like 11:30, midnight, around there. So it's very close to being the 11th for everybody, but not quite. So when we look at the 10 energy, for those of you who will be experiencing that, that's about your intuition. That's about good fortune coming your way. That's about life getting easier for you. Good luck coming in. And for those of us on the 11th, it's more about bringing in the balance, the true balance. Doors can open to bring in that balance. Healing can happen to allow that balance. We can have moments of inspiration. So let's find out. So thank you, first of all the love, all the positive healing prayers and energy that you send my way, not only this past weekend, but each and every day. You guys rock. I send it right back to you. Thank you so, so much. Now, let's get to the energy of the full moon coming our way. Our first card is the High Priestess. So, spiritual magic. Expect to get inspired. Expect to have those aha moments. We have the Six of Coins. That one has been showing up, hasn't it? We have Temperance, the true balance. We have the Knight of Wands. Our high thinking. We can do this. Thinking outside the box. Seeing a new way possible that we never saw before. And the Page of Wands. So that really is our creative thinking. And the full moon will be happening at 21 degrees. And 21 is such a powerhouse number, isn't it? It's ruled by Saturn, I think, and I think Jupiter's mixed in there too for the 21. So it grounds us. It only allows us to see what is good, or it only lets us to move forward with what is good. Okay, so we have to be very cautious. We have to be very cautious of our energy and the energy that we are putting out there. We don't want to be setting goals for retribution or for envy or greed or, malicious intents or, trying to guilt somebody into agreeing to something just to move our path forward, because those kinds of things may look good as we step into them, but quickly disintegrate into nothing, and we have to start from scratch. We have to rebuild all over again. We don't want the tower showing back up. So be careful of your energy, that it is for your better good, the greater good of all that surround you, and perhaps even the world, depending on your goals and your dreams and your desires. The full moon now, the full moon is, sun is in Aries, moon will be in Libra. Libra is very much about compromise, balance. Aries is very much about moving forward, the pioneer, the new ideas, the new perceptions, the new directions. Um, the pioneer, the entrepreneur, setting out into new goals. Now let's start with the High Priestess, because here we have, as the beginning of everything, to expect that spiritual magic to happen, to expect the miracles in your life to happen, to expect the impossible to now become possible. The High Priestess is really asking you to tap into your spirituality and the potential of your spirituality and bring it into the conscious. And being the first card, it may be more so even we're very conscious of it. We don't even have to try that hard to bring it into the conscious because we see the little coincidences. We see the little things that just happen out of the blue. We see that gift coming in at such a needed time that we can't dismiss it as just pure coincidence. We have to truly accept that it is God, our angels, our spirit guides, source, the universe, coming in and lending us a hand, bringing in a new path for us, bringing in a new way of going upon our path. This is attaching ourselves to our wisdom, absolutely, and to accept the wisdom coming in. So yes, a beautiful weekend to meditate, to pray, to reflect, to have that conversation with seemingly yourself, to open up new doors, to see new ways forward, to allow healing in. The Six of Coins, we need the balance. This is what we've given out. So anything that we have been working towards, anything that we have been trying to manifest, trying to set our sights on, and it's for the good of, and we've put in the work as well, it catapults us into our dreams, into our goals, into our desires. If we haven't been doing anything, now is the time to start doing something so that when this energy comes around again, you are prepared for it, you are ready for it, and you reap the benefits. Remember, we reap what we sow. So are we doing the work? Are we putting our best foot forward? Are we giving it energy? Are we giving it focus? And right now, next to the Six of Coins is the stronger energy, and it's right in the middle is Temperance. Now, she kind of hangs there in midair, right? So she supports herself. So we have to understand our own independence in going forward, that we need people in our lives, obviously, to move us forward because we are all connected, but we can also stand on our own in many ways. We can also take the reins, so to speak, in directing our own energy in our own way, in our own light. This is also bringing in the balance of the spiritual and the intellectual. This is a true grounding. So this full moon is definitely about a new balance coming into our lives. The more we can raise our confidence, the more we can raise our awareness in how we stand as an individual, and we have individual powers, abilities, talents. Once we realize that about ourselves, that in many ways we are unique and we are strong and we are empowered and we are capable, and we raise that self-confidence, the easier it will be to melt those two energies together to truly work miracles in our lives, to really open up doors that we never saw before, or we saw it closed and we didn't see a crack, we didn't see, or we're walking into, the wall. I always see that, the picture in my mind of the wall, and we're standing so close to the wall, if we were to back it up just a couple of steps, we would see the door. But because we're standing too close, we fail to see the door right in front of us. And this is where the blindfold can get ripped off. Remember, 21 is all about change and travel. It's about rewards coming in. It's about success happening. We have the Knight of Wands and then the Page of Wands, which is just a slightly different energy than the Knight of Wands. But the Knight of Wands, there's a strength about us here. Look at this fire energy. Now we have the Sun in Aries, we have Saturn in, we have in Aries, we have more than just that, don't we? And then we have Saturn in Sagittarius, the fire energy. So this is where we, especially with the Page of Wands right next to us, we really need to think outside the box. We really need to look at the new ways of becoming, the new ways forward. This isn't a full moon so much about looking into the past to allow healing to come in, but rather to allow the healing to come in so that we can go in a forward motion, learning from our mistakes, getting those aha moments of where we tripped up before, where we fell into the same kind of pattern, and breaking that pattern finally to go forward. Let's get our angels out here. So it's a very strong energy. 21, okay? 21 is a success. 21 is rewards. 21, the 21 energy, you know, that's when miracles happen. That's when things come together. It's about achieving. So, you know, with the Page of Wands and the Knight of Wands together, I would have to say, you know, not to overlook any kind of opportunity that shows up, even if it doesn't seem right for you. Don't just give a knee-jerk yes or no answer. Look it over. See how it would change your life. See what kind of hidden opportunity is within it. Because any full moon is a very potent period to step into new directions, to open up space for new energy to emerge. So with a full moon, we are looking at completion, we are looking at endings, we are looking at moving into the next phase. So with a full moon energy, then we have to be able to allow a healing in our lives, allowing closure in our lives, allowing endings in our life, and raising our spirituality. It's a duality of the two energies coming together, the Libra and the Aries. So two different parts of our life now come into balance with each other, or we have the potential to bring in that balance. So it might be work over family. It might be play over work. It may be, you know, we have to think in the dualities of where we give a lot of energy or where we experience a lot of energy and where energy is lacking or where focus is lacking in our life so that we can bring the two together. So we can stand strong. Look at this. We have the Magician as the very first card. Now, when the Magician comes out as the very first card, I always have to warn you, okay? The Magician is just that. He can be a trickster. He pulls the coin behind your ear, right? Where did that come from? So be careful with that energy, okay? The destructive energy, the, you know, where we knee-jerk the energy in a certain way and it becomes destructive, or it's taking a very high risk without thinking things through. But overall, the Magician is very strong potential. You can manifest the life you want. What you need will magically appear. Successful beginnings. So once again, there's the miracles, the impossible becoming possible. Successful beginnings. So we are preparing ourselves for those successful beginnings. So when the Magician appears, this is the time to do affirmations. Affirmations of your goals, your dreams, your desires, and who you are, to strengthen yourself, empower yourself, raise the confidence level in yourself. So definitely I would be doing affirmations. But also when I'm giving those affirmations, they have to be solid, they have to be grounded, they have to bring in some type of balance. So we can't just say we want money, and I've used this example many times and I'm going to use it again. If you say, oh, I need money, I want money, well, you might walk outside and you might find a coin on the sidewalk and your wish has been answered. So money is more of a catalyst for what you want in life, right? It's our barter system of today. We don't sit there anymore and say, well, I got a dozen eggs, I could use some flour. We'll trade. Because if that was the case, we'd all be asking for more eggs. or maybe more flour. So we have to look at what that money moves us towards. Is it paying for an education, the start of a new business, getting a home, paying the bills, helping somebody else out, creating something, inventing something? What does that money mean to you? It may be just peace of mind. Maybe you just want to get to zero in life and not be in debt or not have those bills piling up. So you have to get very specific. You also have to, when the magician appears, understand what it is you want to let go of, what you can let go of, what you can put closure on, what you will allow to move out of your life in order to make space for the new that is coming your way. The phone's going crazy. There we go. It's on silent, but I guess I have it on vibrate, and it's just started to fly off the table there. So pay attention to those messages coming in. Okay, they're going to grab your attention. They're going to make you expand your intuition, but your thoughts of what you can do, who you can become, where you can go in life. This is very potent energy that we are working with, so I did not want to miss not giving you the inside to where you need to focus your energy right now. We have the King of Gabriel, generous, inspirational, dramatic, and driven. Keep your eyes on the big picture. Leave the details to others. Experience that leads to success. Genuine concern for others. So we want to embrace that genuine concern for others. We don't want to manipulate people. We don't want to guilt people into seeing our way or doing something for us that moves us farther down the path, because at the end of the day, that will crash and burn on us. Keep your eyes on the big picture. So it's not a detailed kind of weekend going into this full moon or the full moon. We want to look at the big picture. We want to see what major steps we can take, or major directions we can take, or major focus that we need to have in certain areas of our life. Inspirational. Get inspired about your path and where you are going. We have the King of Ariel. Your plans are working out very well, professional and financial success, using resources wisely. So watch that knee-jerk energy for trying to find something of happiness on the outside. So we see something shiny, we see something really cool. It's expensive, but gosh, we deserve it. And we just want it in that moment. Now, we didn't go out to purchase that. It was a spur of the moment. We saw it, we wanted it, and so we purchased it. And we usually put it on a credit card so that we can pay for it later, which we don't. And then we have this thing, and 3 days later, we're looking at it, and it's like, that is but ugly. I don't even know what I saw in that. It does nothing for me, because we're trying to reach on the outside for the happiness that we're going to truly find by meditating, by reflecting, by looking inside and seeing our values, seeing our gifts, our talents, and how we can move forward and how we can use those abilities and talents to step into that experience. We have the Strength cards. Strength and grace through kindness, self-confidence, and forgiveness. Maybe you need to forgive yourself for something. Maybe you finally have to say, you know what, it was supposed to happen that way, and anything I did would have resulted in the same experience at the end of the day. So I don't need to carry this guilt anymore. Give it up to God, your angels, your spirit guides, the universe, source. Raise your self-confidence. Raise the awareness of the beauty of who you are. And strength, with the Magician as the first card in strength, and look at that, we've got the 1, and we have the 11, and we're having it the full moon on the 10th or the 11th. So for those experiencing the 10th, expect the magical experiences to come in. The 11th is having that courage, getting inspired, knowing your own worth, that you deserve this, that raising your confidence in some way. Raising your confidence automatically raises your courage in what you can do and what you can accomplish, in the things you say and the actions you do. Not to say that both of those energies won't hit us all, but I think with the Strength card coming out there and the Magician already there, really showing us those dates, you know, highlighting those dates for us. And we have the Page of Ariel. So 2 Ariels. Reliable, clever, educated, and balanced. An excellent opportunity will be offered to you. Scholarships or the pursuit of education. Time to get to work. An excellent opportunity will be offered to you. Expect the magic to come into your life. I mean, we started with the Magician, and we also started with the High Priestess for the other cards. So expect the magic to come in. Expect the miracles to happen. Expect it to be a part of your life going forward. And give thanks for it, like it's already present in your life. Because it is coming, you just have to do the work to get there. But it's awaiting you. Where should we go? An animal card? Higher intuition? I did want to do a Power of Love card because the moon is so much about our emotions. I don't really know if I'm going to have the energy here. I kind of feel myself fading. Time to crawl back into bed. Build your wings. The butterfly. Build your wings. Believe, joy, transformation, and confidence. You've got to jump off cliffs all the time to build your wings on the way down. Butterfly comes to you with the message that it's time for you to build your wings again and fly. Butterfly is aware that you've experienced a loss. It could be a death, divorce, a job. You could even be feeling just lonely or depleted. Butterfly believes that you can once again find that joy and dance to the song within your soul. It may feel awkward at first, but with time, you will begin to feel more and more confident. Transformation doesn't happen overnight, and many times develops when negative situations have occurred. You might have grounded yourself afraid to fly, or a situation may have forced you to stop believing that you can fly altogether. Now is the time to trust and have a faith that this is the time for you to explore the world around you. It is time to love again. It's the time to see the magic that is around you and within you. Butterfly also tells you that hurt from your childhood is preventing you from spreading your wings and flying to a height that you need to be. So, doesn't that really go together with everything that the cards have told us so far? Okay, now is time to have faith in yourself, to believe that you can strengthen your wings again, that you can fly, that you can soar to the highest domains. Remember, transformation doesn't happen overnight. You can't just meditate once and then say, well, it didn't work. Or sit there in 5 minutes of reflection and then, nah, nothing came to me. It takes work. It's like building a muscle. Okay? If we want to build a muscle, we'd be going to the gym every day and we'd be working on that muscle and working it and working it and working it and working it until we saw the desired results. And so sometimes we need to work that inner muscle of our self-confidence, of our worth, of the belief that we have in our path going forward, and that we are protected by God, our angels, our spirit guides, by Source, the universe, to step into a beautiful path, to really connect with the talent, the ability, and the beauty that we have waiting for us going forward. The talent and ability that you're already born with. I am going to do one. I shouldn't, but I'm going to. We'll finish it off with the Journey of Love card, because it is a full moon that we are talking about, and has so much about our emotions, grounding our emotions, allowing ourselves to heal, allowing ourselves forgiveness. If we've erred in the past, we release it. We take the wisdom from the lesson. We understand what we did, perhaps, and how we won't allow ourselves to knee-jerk in that way again. room here fast. The Temple. 59. So 9 plus 5 is 14, which is a 5, which is the adventure. Love should be given as it's received. On this day, I grant you the love of 1,000 mountain streams and the pleasure of 100 bleats from a newborn baby fawn. For I too cry for love, and like the fawn, I cry with hunger of being alive. And on this day, I cry for the happiness of giving and the warmth of receiving and the softness of a gentle touch. It is moments like these when I smile for the someone who will always care. The lover and the beloved meet in a sacred place. They take respite from the cares of the world, entering into the sanctuary where only they exist. You are in need of this too. Meditation, making love, connection and dance, intimacy, and surrender into the moment. Your body and soul need to enter into the temple and participate in a sacred ceremony. Choose to gift this to yourself. Set aside time. Turn off the computer and mobile telephone. Turn on the music and set the lighting. Be present in the moment. Do you remember your body? Ah, yes, there it is. Can you be in its temple with presence and delight? This oracle brings guidance to take time out and smell the flowers, savor the pleasures of life, renew your connection to the inner lover. Your sensuality wants to come out and play. You are encouraged to explore scent, touch, taste, and feeling. You are encouraged to play with color. What moves you? What brings you into connection with yourself at this moment again? It is the wholeness of divine self-connection in a sacred space that will best nourish you now. So it is the divine self-connection in a sacred place. And you make it sacred because you are the temple. So this is a time to gift yourself. Maybe with just some time out to meditate, to get grounded in nature, to pray, for inner reflection, a massage, doing something just for you, dancing, turning on the music, singing at the top of your lungs, bringing joy into your experience, not racing to wolf down a sandwich that you're not even paying attention to and you're working, working lunches. Worst thing ever because you're not present, you're not experiencing when you bite into that sandwich, what are the tastes, what's the texture? What's the feeling of? Do you find any kind of happiness or joy through that taste experience, through that tactile experience? And take it out into your world. Okay, when you sip that coffee, what does it smell like? Does the cup warm your hands? Experience the moment. Get into the now. Don't let yesterday hang that black cloud over you in some dimension, because we all have a little black cloud. It just is in different forms for different people. And it may show up in different areas of our life. Now's the time to experience the miracles of your life, the beauty of who you are, and tapping into your beauty, your sensuality, tapping into the gift that is you. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.